for your dedication to mentoring and inspiring girls and young women across the globe to believe that the best is possible if you know and believe in your worth.
Woo!
So in Hollywood, we get rewarded and recognized for blowing smoke up your tuchuses. And when they said, well, what are you going to say? What are you going to say? I said, the truth. Because getting rewarded for blowing smoke up your tuchuses, it's cute on a resume, but it's not rewarding. It's not doing anything. Because I can't tell you who I am without telling you where I've been. I'm going to tell you guys a little story. Last summer, I was having a moment, a big moment, crippled with rage and anger. And I called my girlfriends and I said, I don't want to live like this anymore. I need help. And they rallied and threw together an impromptu intervention. I mean, it was like they had bar graphs, no joke. Like, who gives bar graphs to an intervention, first of all? They had bar graphs. And they were like, what are you really angry about? And I said, well, this is what I'm angry about. And what did you say? How long have I been angry?
Way longer than that.
About 20 years. They're like, you've been angry about 20 years, though, since I've known you. And let's get to what that really is. Let's get to the root of what that anger really is. So we started that very painful process of going back. And I'm one of those Black people that you meet in life where if someone says, I'm not racist, I've got a Black friend, I would have been that Black friend.
That's not fun.
The assimilation was complete. But along with being the chip in the cookie at a very young age came the advice from my parents, which I think a lot of our parents in this room have probably given us. You are going to have to be bigger, badder, better just to be considered equal. Which is very accurate advice, but what it does to the self-esteem of a small child is to say that you are always going to not be good enough. And I started internalizing that. And the narrative that was playing in my head my whole life from the time I was a very young person. You're a joke and you're a loser. Anything good that happens to you, it will be in spite of it. But soon they'll figure it out. Anything bad that happens to you, it's because you're a joke and a loser. Of course that's gonna happen to you. So in school, I would try to do this to my lips so I wouldn't have big lips. Didn't want to be too Black. Had to make sure that I always got those, you're so articulate compliments. Which, by the way, if you ever say that to an adult, it's actually not a compliment. I wanted to make sure my hair was so straight. I used to leave relaxers on my hair so long I would get lesions. Because I wanted to fit in, I wanted to be good enough. I didn't want to be a joke, and I didn't want to be a loser. Anytime some guy did not return my love, it was because I'm not good enough, because I'm a joke, I'm a loser. When I got raped at 19 at my after-school job, it wasn't just some awful coincidence, some terrible freak accident. It wasn't an unspeakable crime. It was because I was a joke and a loser, and this is what happens. When I got divorced, I'm a joke and a loser, of course. Show gets canceled, joke and a loser, of course. And on that day in August, when I started doing the work, they were like, you've got to replace that voice in your head that's telling you you're a joke and a loser. You've got to stop being crippled by a fear of possible humiliation. That little voice that pops up in your head that says, don't raise your hand, you're not going to answer the question right. Don't put that on, you're too big. Don't wear your hair like bad, so ugly. Nothing in my closet works. I'm so dumb, I can't do it. No one's gonna love me. Why is my pain unique? Replace that. And it sounded so cliche and so easy. And that day, I decided to stop telling myself that I was a joke and a loser, but that I was dope and fly and amazing.
Woo!
I live for the quiet moments where I can be my most authentic self and hear myself think. Somebody asked me, what makes you happy? My husband said, bacon. Which is true. But I'm happiest when I'm my most authentic self.
Mm.
When nobody's looking, when nobody's judging me, when nobody's leaving nasty comments on my social media. And I can just exist. And in that quiet space, I realized I am worthy by birthright.
Mm.
I am fierce and fabulous because I breathe. All of us here in this room, we are worthy, we are valid. Our journeys are real and worthwhile. And there's nothing that anyone can do to take that away from us. Everything terrible that has happened to us, we have a choice in how we ought to react. A lot of times, what we're actually reacting to is the fear of humiliation, the fear of, what are they gonna think about me? The fear of possible judgment. Newsflash, people will judge you whether you discover the cure for cancer or sit on the couch. You might as well live. So, I am a wife, but that does not define me. I am an actress, and that sure as hell does not define me. I am a parent, while awesome, that is not my whole life. None of those things, even though I get a lot of praise for that, makes me worthy. I am worthy by birthright. I am Gabrielle Union Wade.
Woo!